guys, it's Charlotte, and today I'm back with a music related video. And I've actually had the idea for this video for a long time, but I'm just finally sitting down now to make it. And today's video is going to be how to cover absolutely any song on guitar. Yeah, you heard me. It sounds too good to be true, but so many of you guys, when I'm on my live broadcast on YouNow, on Periscope, on Instagram Live, you guys always request me to sing songs that you guys love that are popular by certain artists that, of course, I've heard on the radio, but I've never really sat down and tried to play it on guitar. So I'm able to just be able to know how to play it right away. By knowing the song, I'm just like, okay, I grab my guitar and I'm able to just make it up on the spot. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do this, and it's actually not as hard as it may seem. So before I grab my guitar, I'm just gonna talk to you guys about how to find out what kind of chords to use for what kind of songs. There's like 3 main chord patterns that basically can be used for any kind of song. And those chord patterns are G, C, E minor, and D. So that's the first chord pattern. The second chord pattern is E minor, B7, C, and A minor. And the third chord progression is E, C, A, and D. Sometimes with that one, you can also just do E again instead of D. These are actually pretty basic chords that I know I learned a lot of these chords right at the beginning when I was learning guitar. If you guys are newbies too, that's totally chill. This is actually good news for you because, guys, those are the only chords you know to be able to cover just about any song. So I'm gonna grab my guitar and show you guys the sound that each chord progression makes. Okay, so I've backed it up a bit, but I just want to make sure that you guys can see me and my guitar at the same time. So the first chord progression that I'm gonna play for you guys is G, C, E minor, and D. I also want to mention that these are the different chord progressions, but you guys can play them in different order. Each song is usually a different order, but it's just a different combination of the same chords. And what I actually like to do with these chords is play different variations of them. So it's basically the same chord, but I just play it a different way on the guitar, and it just gives it a really, really nice sound. So I'm going to do the first chord sequence, and I'm gonna play G. So there's G, and then C, and then E minor, and then D. So yes, I love to play them on guitar like this, but if you guys, if you're new and you just want to play it the regular way, that's totally fine too. You can do G, C, E minor, and D. So this chord progression, any kind of like pop song out there that's kind of like happy-go-lucky, any Taylor Swift song is a combination of these 4 chords. And I find myself when I'm writing songs, or when I'm deciding what kind of song to write, if I have a certain idea, I go between these different chord progressions, and it helps me decide what kind of chords to use for what kind of song, because this chord sequence has a much happier, kind of fun pop vibe. So for example, let me do Taylor Swift Blank Space. I'm just gonna make it up. And this thing right here, a capo, is my best friend because I have a very high voice, and instead of changing the entire chords that I want to use, you can just put the capo on the guitar, which is about, my range is usually about on the 6th fret for these chords. So that's what I'm going to use for Blank Space by Taylor Swift. So I'm just going to use the same chord progression. And look, it's already Taylor Swift Blank Space. Nice to meet you where you've been. I can show you incredible things. Magic, madness, heaven, sin. Saw you there and I thought, oh my God, look at that face. As you guys can see, I just played Blank Space by Taylor Swift. That literally was just a makeup on the spot, but as you can see with those chords, you can really see how it can shape that song so easily and just work so well with it. Any other songs that are really happy-go-lucky like that, it works great for as well. So we're just gonna kick it back a couple. And what I'm gonna do for this song, if you listen to Blank Space by Taylor Swift and you listen to Troye Sivan, you'll hear that blank space. And by the way, guys, learning how to do which chord progression is really just about listening to the song, thinking about if it starts in a happier tone or a sadder tone. And I guess that could be major or minor. It's the same kind of thing if you want to use technical terms or not. So if you listen to Blank Space, it starts in a more happier tone. Nice to meet you, where you been? I can show you incredible things. Then it starts going to the minor chord, which is the E minor. But with Troye Sivan, you can kind of hear with that one that it starts more in a minor, sadder type tone. So because of that, we're going to use the same chords, but we are going to start with the E minor first. Then we're going to go to the C. Then we're going to jump to the G, and then again ending it with the D. So here we go. Trying hard not to fall. On the way home, you were trying to wear me down, down. Up against fences and up on walls. On the way home, guess it's all working out now. 'Cause it's still too long to the weekend, too long till I drown in your hands, too long to step in the fool. Oh, yeah. So, as you guys can hear, same chords, completely different song. So that was Wild by Troye Sivan, and it really is that easy, guys. You guys can use them in any kind of formation, and that is the one task I guess you guys have when we are learning a song, but it becomes really, really easy once you listen to the song and you get a hang of what kind of chord goes with what kind of mood for the song, or if it sounds like a minor or a major. It just depends on the song. You guys will see as you're working through, as you guys are practicing at home, you will definitely notice and kind of just, it really just becomes like second nature to know what kind of chord to play. I have been playing guitar for 12 years. Okay, that's a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, when I think about it, I've been playing guitar since I was 8. So a long time, but if I had someone teaching me this at the beginning, then it would have made it a lot easier. So yes, take these tips. All right, and on to the next chord sequence. We are going to do E minor, B7, C, and D. And I love this chord sequence because to me, it has like a really edgy type feel to it. I'm so edgy. And I use it for when I'm writing, I use it for my songs that, yeah, are a bit more sensual or a bit more edgy, I guess. So yes, here are the chords. I'm going to play them for you on open position with no capo. And this is what it should sound like. E minor, B7, one of my favorite chords, C, and A minor. And sometimes after the A minor, I like to go to B7 again. So I'll play it sped up now for you guys to hear. Those are the 4 chords for the next chord sequence. Songs by Justin Timberlake, a lot of the Weeknd songs, this works totally great for. So I'm gonna show you guys this chord sequence with the song Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake. So I'm going to key it up to about the 6th fret for this one. And I'm doing some picking here, but you guys don't have to do that. You guys could just go. You are my sun, you are my earth, but you didn't know all the ways I loved you. No. took a chance and made other plans, but I bet you didn't think that they would come crashing down. No. So that's a little bit of Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake, and it works great with songs with that kind of vibe. It also works great with a lot of Lana Del Rey songs, as well as Melanie Martinez. If you've guys seen my cover of Gingerbread Man by her, you use these chords as well. So yeah, as you guys can see, those chords work great for that song as well. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, well, how am I supposed to know? But I hope that me explaining the different kind of songs that work and different kind of artists that work with different chord progressions will kind of help you be able to figure out what kind of chords will work with each song. That will be up to you guys to figure that out, but I don't think that you guys should have much trouble. At first it might be a little bit tricky, but it's fun because after that you'll be able to learn it so quick and you'll be able to be pumping out the covers like nothing else. And those two chord progressions are what are basically used in every kind of pop song on the radio. Like any kind of top 40 song, they're gonna be either one of those chord progressions or the other one. The next chord progression that I'm gonna show you guys, and the final one that is used in a lot of songs, not as many as the first two, but this one is used a lot in country songs. And the chords that we're gonna use is E, C, D, and A. And in this chord progression, another kind of common one with this is instead of doing the D, you can do E instead. So first E, then C, then A, and then back to E. This one I feel like is the most common, but D is in there quite often as well, so I wanted to make sure to put that one first so that you guys can definitely learn those chords. So this is a great chord progression for a lot of country songs, a lot of Carrie Underwood songs. This one would actually probably work perfect for Last Name by Carrie Underwood. So let me just quickly get up the lyrics for that one. And this will be my first time playing this song. Probably Cowboy Casanova would work great for this chord progression as well, but we'll do Last Name. Okay, so I got the lyrics. I'm gonna bring this one up to the 8th fret. This one I feel like needs to be up a bit more. I played around with it and it sounds like the 8th fret works best for my range for this song. So here's Last Name. Last night I got served a little bit too much of that poison, baby. Last night I did things I'm not proud of, and I got a little crazy. Last night met a guy on the dance floor, and I let him call me baby. And I don't even know his last name. My mama would be so ashamed. Started out hating where you're from, and then it turned into oh no, what have I done? And I don't even know my last name. Woo! So that is a little bit of Last Name by Carrie Underwood, and I kind of just played with the chords as I felt it, and that's what I got, and it totally sounds perfect for that song. I don't know why those chords work so great for country songs, and it might not be like the exact very chords they're using, because a lot of the time they'll use it without a capo and they'll play bar chords and such. But for today, to make it easy so that any of you guys can grab a guitar that know your basic chords, you can play any of these kind of songs. Another artist that actually uses a lot of those chords as well in their songs is Dance. Yep, the Joe Jonas Band. Another artist who is my absolute favorite, George Michael, used a lot of that chord sequence. It has a real funk appeal to it. Maybe that's why it's kind of country, because it's kind of like funky bluesy, but it is heard now and again in pop songs. But yeah, those are basically the 3 chord sequences slash chord progressions that are really all you guys need for doing covers of basically any song out there. Sometimes there are stray away chords like this one. I love this chord. I don't want to like get into like too many of the extra ones, but basically those chords will work for anything. Some songs it might seem like a tiny bit off or not right. That's because they'll use like a certain variation or like diminished, like something that's kind of has that extra appeal to it. They do that a lot in music production to give songs an extra edge to them and make it sound different than what's out there. But basically, it's just a combination of those same 4 chords. Yeah, those are basically all the chords that you guys need. I really hope this video can help some of you guys out there. A lot of you ask me how I put out covers so fast, and this is why. The hardest part for me is learning the melody and the lyrics, making sure that's all in order, but the guitar just comes so easy because I've learned these little tricks that make it so simple to basically cover any kind of song out there. It kind of makes you a bit jaded because you're like, every song is basically the same chords, just different melody around it, but it just shows you also how a different melody in a song can really change a song and make it so unique, even if it uses the same chords as every other song out there. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't really pre-plan anything for this. I know these are my tips that I always use for myself. So I hope that it was easy to understand. If you guys have any other comments or if you feel like I missed something, leave a comment and maybe I'll make a follow-up video to this or another video if you guys have any other questions. But I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Guitar is something I love to do. I'm by no means a technical pro. I don't have any like classical training behind guitar, but I really know how to make it work for contemporary music and just how to figure it out and learn by ear to be able to know how to do basically any song out there with guitar chords and strumming. And please make sure to let me know if because of this advice it helps you to be able to do any covers on YouTube. If you guys do a cover because of any of the advice I could give, leave the link in the description below and I'd love to listen to your cover. So yes guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope my video can help you cover some amazing songs or even write some songs of your own, because as I've said, this has learning the different kind of chord sequences for different kind of songs has really helped me as well as a songwriter to be able to know for the vibe that I'm going for each song that I'm writing. Again, I hope this video really helped you guys. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if any of the advice helped you, and please remember to subscribe and turn on my YouTube notifications for 2 new videos every single week. I love you guys and I'll see you next video. Have a great day. Bye.